Well, hi, Wellness Witches. How are you? It's Dee, your local witch doctor. As you can tell, I'm filming from my studio today. We got a little rain, so no farmer's market, but you're also going to see that nothing is going to look like an Instagram picture. I run a crafting business out of my two-bedroom apartment, and I do a lot of upcycling of thrifted items. And so my studio, I do yoga in here, I do crafts in here, and now I film YouTube videos. It is Wellness Wednesday. I'm so excited to have you with me today. Sorry, let me grab this right here. For everyone that's new or hasn't been to the website yet, none of you have been to the website yet. It hasn't been published yet. Later on today. Our days are divided up as Mondays, we'll talk about sacred homemaking. And that's going to be everything from the herbs we use in the natural cleaning powder to wash our front door to where's the best place to place that beautiful statue of Buddha or your protective crystals or that new plant someone just gave you. On Tuesdays, it's the day we talk about the tapestry of healing. And we are going to do overviews of everything from Reiki and acupuncture, utilizing crystals and essential oils. Um, it'll all be there. Wednesdays is Wellness Wednesday. Today we're talking about mindful eating. I think you're going to really like this one. Thursdays is transformational Thursdays, and that's going to be personal development, goal setting, um, mirror work, all those things we do to continue to grow and be the best versions of ourselves. Fridays, we'll talk about financial freedom, budgeting, a little bit about investing. We'll share a lot of the different books and theories and ideas. Saturdays, videos will be much shorter. I think Saturdays should be about family fun. And since I'm your witch doctor, we're going to call it Family Fun and Fit. So, what are you going to do for fun this Saturday? Can you put a little exercise in there? Like maybe the whole family goes out and plays a round of frisbee golf or regular golf. Or you swim some laps at the lake. I'm thinking this Saturday I may take a long walk. It's a full moon, so I'll be meeting with my coven for a while. Um, oh, don't forget it's a full moon. Get your water out because that moon water we are going to use all month long, all month. So lots of moon water. Make sure. You don't know how to make moon water? Oh, goodness. Take a plastic jug if that's what you have, your pretty glass jars, whatever, as many as you can. Set them out on your back deck or in your windowsill, somewhere where the moonlight will hit it, at least for 3 or 4 hours, but hopefully for the whole night. Let the water absorb the energy from the moon, from that full moon. Moon energy, especially full moon energy. Full moon energy, we'll go into that on, I didn't put a magical day in here. We will definitely have to we'll put the magical stuff in with sacred homemaking. Maybe we'll make it Magical Mondays. But we'll go into details about moon water and its uses. Um, we need to talk about new moons and old moons, full moons, quarter moons, waning and waxing. We'll get there. But for Saturday, fun and fit, get out and do something with your family. If you work on Saturday, okay, do it on Sunday. These days can be moved around for you. And what I want you to understand is we are going to talk about these different topics on these particular days. But this is going to be a program that you're going to implement in your everyday life. So, sacred homemaking on Mondays, we are going to follow the Fly Ladies weekly home blessing. Then we're going to throw in our own little quirks to it too. When we talk about the tapestry of healing, if Reiki draws to you, schedule your appointment for Reiki on Tuesdays or your chiropractor. Set up your salves, your oils to soak for your salves on Tuesdays. Um, Sundays will be about self care. And self care can be mani pedis. Obviously, I'm not a makeup and manicure person, but I've done them. They're fun. Bubble baths, long showers, an hour to yourself, walking around the library, whatever self care means to you. And we'll talk about lots of different ways for self care on Self Care Sundays. But it's Wellness Wednesday, and we're going to talk about mindful eating. What do you think about with mindful eating? Our world, we are on the go, just race, race, race all the time. We're not supposed to settle down. We're not supposed to slow down, but we're going to. Because wellness witches, let me tell you, if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of all those other things. That job that's stressing you out, the teenager that needs your attention, the toddler that's, Mama, why? Mama, why? The husband that wonders what you did all day. You can't do any of that if you're not taking care of you. And one of the best places to start is being mindful with the way you eat, slowing down, harnessing the essence of the nutrition in our food. Oh, there's so many dietary theories. And I've said this a million times, but if you want to know about the latest dietary trends, or how does the Atkins work, or what can I eat if I'm vegetarian, or what can I eat if I'm following Dr. Furman or whatever, ask a fat person. They've studied every diet. They've been on most of them. They've read every book. Don't go to the skinny person. They don't know. They've never had to do it. We get very attached to our food. We can eat in a trauma response. You know, mommy didn't give me attention, but she handed me a cookie. Daddy was angry, so he took us all out for dinner. Money was really tight, so we had ramen noodles, or we went to bed with nothing. We were eating fries in the mall one day, and some boy walked by and made a comment about the size of our butt. We attach so much emotional garbage to food. Food is the information that tells our body what to do. Food is nutrition, and energy. Food is not a drug. Food is not love. Food's not a hug. And food is not security. Don't reward yourself with food. You're not a dog. I want you to be present when you're eating. Don't have your phone playing a game or watching, see how many people are going to like the latest meme you posted on Facebook. You don't need to be texting anybody. Sit down, eat your meal, enjoy your family. Have your family at the table. If your table is covered in clutter and clothes that need to be folded and the mail that needs to be sorted, the computer that you do your work on, we're going to talk about that in sacred homemaking. We'll work on it. It's not going to happen overnight. But you need a table and you need to sit down with your family and eat together as often as possible. Now that I work from home, my spouse does her thing from home. We sit down, we have a lunch date every day. Oh, I'm going to post pictures later of the salad we eat. We follow Dr. Furman's nutritarian salad for lunch, full of G bombs. Greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, seeds, and nuts. And we eat a big one. Well, Shelly eats a big one. I have gastroparesis. I can't eat such a big one because, greens aren't my best friend. Fiber's not my best friend. But we still eat the salad. I'm going to post pictures on my Facebook and Instagram later on today. They are delicious. Be present. Engage your senses. Use those herbs. That's what they're there for. Use a little salt, not a lot. Use a little. If it's in your lifestyle, have a bottle of wine on the table. And just like when you open that nice bottle of red wine and you savor the smell and you sip it and you sit back and enjoy it, do that with your food. Smell your food. It's okay. And I don't care whether you're having a pork chop, don't tell PETA, or tofu squares, or huge salad, a luscious dressing. I want you to just sit there, smell it, enjoy it, savor it. Put a bite in your mouth, set your fork or spoon down, and chew. Just chew. Then talk, laugh. No television, no negativity. Tell me what you did today that was positive. Go around the table and let each person share what they're grateful for today. Ask the kids, oh my, this is so great. There's an author named Leo Buscaglia. And if you ever get a chance, he's transitioned. He's not with us in this, at least in that body form anymore. He wrote a book called Love. He actually taught a university class called Love. He used to be known as the hugger. He loved to hug everybody. But he used to say that his dad would make them go around the table at every meal, every dinner time, and share with them one thing they had learned that day. Doesn't sound too hard, but he said that they got to a point where they'd be rushing to the encyclopedias or something as moms calling them to dinner to make sure they each had something that they had learned. Because if they hadn't, if they didn't have something to share, they would be sent to the encyclopedias to pull something out and tell. Don't make it stressful, make it fun. Be present, enjoy it. Chew it slowly. Sorry, I have to keep notes. I'm 57 years old. I don't remember every single thing that well anymore. Listen to your body. If you eat slowly, you'll know when you're full. You're going to feel full much sooner than you're used to if you're eating slowly. You won't need as big a portion. But keep a diet journal. On my website, once it goes live, there's going to be links to my Etsy shop where you'll be able to um, purchase at a very nominal cost the little downloads of a food diary, or you'll be able to order my food diaries on Amazon, already printed out, little sayings. Use those, or take a notebook and do your own. But when you have that pork chop tonight, take a note on how you felt later on. Did you have energy? Were you really lethargic? Did your stomach hurt? Was your nose running? I can't use a lot of black pepper. My nose will pour for 30 minutes, even if it's mixed into the food. Obviously, something my body doesn't want right now, such as life. Gratitude. If you're Christian, you may have grown up in a family where you said grace before your meal. Um, I think no matter what your path is, gratitude's important. Gratitude Gratitude's one of the most important things in the world. If you've studied the law of attraction, you know how important gratitude is. If you've watched the movie What the Bleep Do We Know, or studied the work of The Secret Life of Water, gratitude. Whisper gratitude over your food. Whether it's gratitude to your family for being there, gratitude for God, Goddess for bringing you that food, gratitude to the food itself. Because even if it's an apple, it's giving its life, energy, life force to you to nourish your body. So take a minute and say thank you. Thank you. I need a little. What's brewing in your cauldron today? I love hot tea. Even in 110-degree weather, I will drink hot tea. Today I'm drinking this one from Isha. It's the weight loss formula. I got to figure out how to switch this so not everything is backwards. But it's an organic herbal tea, purifies the blood, enhances circulation, improves digestion, cleanses the digestive tract, and activates the metabolism. Dandelion root, that's going to give you some energy. Coriander seed, that's what those little things floating in there. Astragalus root, cumin seed, echinacea root, ginger root. We'll talk about the different herbs, what they're for. I found this cup about 5 years ago at Burlington. Fun little store. One of my witch's boxes gave us the tea bobs with the crystals attached. I use lots of different ones. Are you making mindful food choices? Are you paying attention to what you're feeding your body? I'm not going to take anything away from you. It's not my job. If you choose to no longer eat this or no longer have that, that's fine. As I build up my program, as we develop this life routine of spirituality, of healthy living, we're just, we're not going to remove things. I'm not going to take your television away from you. I'm not going to take your snooze button away from you. Although I should. Mel Robbins says to stop hitting the snooze button. But we're going to add things in. We're going to start adding in physical fitness, walking, exercising, running, going to the gym if that's your thing, a yoga class. Not going to take your TV away, but by the time you add all this other stuff in, you may not have time to sit down and watch SVU. I don't even know what's on television anymore. Um, I do watch The Equalizer. She's cool. She's really cool. But make good food choices. Menu plan. Oh my goodness, menu planning will save you money. It will answer that question, Mom, what's for dinner? You don't want to be in the car at 4:30 driving everyone around for their sports things to go home and go, there's nothing thought out for dinner. Think about it. Plan it out. If you're following Fly Lady, she does that on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. I usually do it on Sundays. I make up my menu, put it on my little calendar with post-it notes. I'll show you. You'll learn. But that way you know. On Monday, I make a big pot of beans. Love beans. Cooks in the crock pot all day. We come home, or we're working from home now. We have our beans with whatever else we decided to have, and then I've got beans to throw on my lunch salads for the rest of the week. Black beans, pinto beans, white beans, beans. Just make some beans. Beans are good. Menu planning. Are you going to use the crock pot? The crock pot will be your best friend, especially if you are a working mom, a working away from home mom, or work from home mom. I had one kid at a time, well, two for a short time, and I couldn't keep up. They've got saxophone tutors, and they have dentist appointments, and they've got lacrosse practice, and they've got to go get running shoes, and there's a jazz concert tonight and a PTA meeting. The crock pot is your best friend. Best friend. Whether you're eating beans, throw some chicken and some barbecue sauce in there. Your Instapot, also great. But use the crock pot. Do you know if you've got you and your husband and 4 kids, before you leave in the morning, throw in 6 potatoes. Just rinse them off, throw them in there, cover it up, and leave it. When you come home tonight, you've got 6 baked potatoes to go with whatever else it is you wanted to have. Menu planning. Don't make what's for supper this overdrawn, stressed out thing. It doesn't have to be. Menus can be very simple. If you're able to make lunch the biggest meal of the day, not many of us, if you're retired like I am, then yeah, you can do it. Most of us, that's probably not going to happen. Use your crock pot, use your menu planning. Cook once, eat twice. Make a rotisserie chicken. Can have the legs and wings and thighs and all that with some noodles and steamed broccoli today. And you've got all that chicken ready to go for enchiladas tomorrow. Think it out. That's part of mindful eating, making it no stress, but healthy. You can eat healthy. It doesn't have to cost a fortune. Our big salads that we eat, I only buy organic. Only buy organic. I'm using up some sugar-free dressings that I have, but I'm going to start making my own dressings, I think. But honestly, buying all the ingredients, and I run to the store about every third day for more lettuce because that doesn't last real long. But these huge salads that we eat, 7 meals for 2 people. So 14 meals a whole week. Less than $30. That's less than $30 for lunch all week. You're not going to go to McDonald's, the two of you, 5 days, 7 days. No. You might be able to eat a turkey sandwich and some chips for that price. But I also want you to think, and I quote everything. I remember everything I ever read, okay? You may get tired of it. I got to do something about this hand in front of my face. You're either going to pay the farmer or you're going to pay the pharmacist. I don't even know what else to say. Pay the farmer or pay the pharmacist. Eat your vegetables. Beyond the plate. Snacking, if that's part of your thing, plan for it. Um, if you're low carb, if you're, doing like a pegan or a paleo or not vegan, pegan. I'll tell you about that later. If you're doing this, just keep it simple. Keep some smash fish in a tin with you. You know what smash fish is? Sardines, herring, um, those little fish in the tins. Keep those with you, or the tuna in the packet. Um, just make sure you've got some of that in the car with you all the time. You can keep a little bag in your glove box with some beef jerky, the organic beef jerky. There's mushroom jerky now for the vegans. It's actually really good. I actually really like mushroom jerky. You can keep things with you to snack on. You don't have to run into 7-Eleven for a Diet Dr. Pepper and a box of Twinkies. Plan a snack. You're going to be at work, at 2:30, you're going to be hungry and you're going to want a cup of coffee. Have your cup of coffee, but before you have your cup of coffee, have 1 cup of dandelion root tea. Then have all the coffee you want, but have 1 cup of hot dandelion root tea. Bring a pear and a cheese stick with you. Bring a boiled egg. Be intentional. Think about it. Plan it. For the kids too, when that 6-year-old gets home from school, he's hungry. It's 3 o'clock. He doesn't want to wait till 5:30 or 6. Have some granola bars there. There are low sugar. There are low carb. There are healthy granolas. Give him a pear and a cheese stick. They love that. Those little oranges, you know what I'm talking about? The clementines, the cuties. Oh my God. Dinosaur eggs. Have you seen those? They're pluets. It's an apricot plum thing. You call them a dinosaur egg. Give that 6-year-old a couple of dinosaur eggs and a handful of almonds. He's going to be fine until time. But you can't give it to him if you haven't menu planned and don't have it on hand. Be intentional. Think about it. Slow down. We don't want fast food, we want slow food. And if that slow food means that it's an apple with peanut butter, a nice stew made in the crock pot, so be it. It doesn't have to be a 5-course meal that took you 2 hours to prepare. Just think about it, plan it out. And as time goes on, we'll think more about it. We'll talk more about it. Menu planning has made a world of difference in my life and my budget. Huge difference in my budget. And, oh, I used to be one of those people who would go to the store and I'd buy all this stuff. Ooh, we're going to eat lots of veggies. Grab all those, grab all this, grab all that. And then about a week later, what is that smell? Oh, it's those mushrooms rotting in the back of the refrigerator that I forgot they're there because they were buried underneath the pudding pack. Don't be one of those people. It kills your budget. It absolutely kills your budget. And on Friday, we're going to talk about that budget. You don't want to kill that budget. You want financial freedom. And if you're throwing out 50% of the groceries that you buy every week, you're not going to have financial freedom. If you're spending $10, $12, $15 for lunch every day because you don't want to make a sandwich, you don't want to throw a salad in a mason jar, sorry, we're going to start to learn on about 50. We are going to learn to start to live on about 50% of our income. I'm serious. And if 50% of your income isn't enough, you're either going to have to figure out a way to make more money or cut the corners. Or maybe do a little bit of both. All right. That's all I've got for you today. I'm Dee. I'm your witch doctor. I'll see you tomorrow for Transformational Thursday. And I think, give me some topics. Put it in the comments. Give me some topics about transformation. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.